RamiX back with another video. If you guys all enjoyed today's video as much as I do, make sure to like, share the video to a friend, likes for this, or just stay in the content in general. Subscribe if you're new here, as I want to hit 9,000 subscribers by the end of August and 14K by the end of the year. But with that being said, check out my second channel down below where I post discussion videos and what ifs, and we can now get into the recap. So in the last part, we basically left off with Orochimaru trying to attack the Cloud Village, and yet Akatsuki trying to attack the Cloud Village, and trying to get Yugito, Naruto, and Killer Bee, who are, like, you know, the three Biju. Orochimaru and the Akatsuki are not working together. I don't want you guys to get confused with that. They are not at all working together right now. The Akatsuki isn't even really aware of the fact that Orochimaru sent many Edos, like Edo Zabuza, Edo Haku, things of the sort, to attack the Cloud Village, but they were easily dealt with. But basically, Naruto, Yugito, Killer Bee, and A were able to stake off all attacks that the Akatsuki tried to get off on them, and basically they made the Akatsuki retreat, if I'm being honest. But with that being said, Naruto now has his own attack to plan. His plan right now is to destroy the Leaf Village. It's kind of been on his mind for a very long time. He's decided that even though his focus was mainly on Hiruzen, he now wants to destroy the Leaf Village. The Leaf Village, well, their citizens had called him the names that they had. Even many ninja who were high-ranking and knew of Naruto's importance had cursed his existence for killing many of his family members, even though, well, he never did. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that they hated Naruto because of the Nine Tails and how the Nine Tails killed many people, right? But Naruto never did. Anyhow, Naruto's goal has now shifted to not only wanting to kill the Hokage, but now wanting to destroy the Leaf Village entirely. So, he would put together a plan. A had already expressed the fact that he didn't really want to step in to fight the Leaf, but if Naruto really wanted to do that, then he would be perfectly fine with it, and would be perfectly fine with stepping in himself with the Cloud Village, but he didn't want to lose any people, like he didn't want any casualties, so he wanted Naruto to take on the brunt of the, like, attack, if you will. So Naruto would do this. He would create tens of thousands, and I mean tens of thousands, of shadow clones each day for about a week, making about 70,000 Narutos, right? Naruto would then wait a few more days, those few more days being 4 days, as he would create 10,000 shadow clones each other 3 days. By that, I mean he would create 10,000 more shadow clones each day, which would mean that he would create 30,000 more shadow clones. But then you might be wondering why there was 4 more days. Well, the 4th day is so that Naruto can recover all of his chakra for the attack. Now, this is basically like a one-man army of Naruto clones. So they would basically charge the Leaf Village, as Leaf Scouts would start to see a massive amount of force of, like, just Naruto's just running towards the Leaf Village. Naruto would then coat all of these ninja with Kyuubi Chakra, as I did explain that Naruto did have KCM mastered and things of the sort, so I see no reason why he wouldn't be able to do this. Just, I don't know, I feel like it would make sense, as Naruto has now amped up all of his shadow clones, or at least most of them, as even though it is Naruto, I don't see him being able to spread each 100,000 of his shadow clones Kyuubi Chakra. Of course, that's just my opinion. If you guys don't think so, well, you can argue that as well. But with that being said, Naruto would then enter the Leaf Village, defeating the guards, of course, that were at the front of the gate, as he would continue storming in. Naruto would destroy everything in his path, but he was smart about it. From the east, there were about 25,000 shadow clones. From the north, there was about 25,000 shadow clones. From the south, there was about 25,000 shadow clones. And from the west, there was about 25,000 shadow clones. So each part of the leaf was basically being damaged simultaneously, as these shadow clones were also doing massive damage, and were basically just tearing down the Leaf Village. Eventually, Naruto's shadow clones would run into high-ranking ninja like Might Guy, for example, Kakashi Hatake, Kurenai, Yuki, and people like that, right? Asuma Saratobi, etc., etc. So they would find some difficulty, but maybe it's just me, but 25,000 shadow clones versus any one of these ninja from Naruto is a mid to low diff for me, like an easy win. If you guys don't think that 25,000 of this timeline's Naruto's shadow clones could, well, defeat Kakashi, Asuma, etc., etc., then, well, you are entitled to your own opinion. But for the sake of the story, that's just what's gonna happen. These ninja would all be down for the count as everything was destroyed. Naruto had enacted the perfect revenge, but he hadn't killed the Hokage. As you may remember, the Hokage is his main goal, because the Hokage knew of his importance. The Hokage basically knew everything. As such, Naruto would continue to ravage the village until the main Naruto himself found a boy named Sasuke Uchiha. Naruto had met Sasuke before, no doubt. He actually saved his life, as Sasuke had wondered why Naruto was in the village, as Naruto and Sasuke had exchanged, names, like Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto had told him that that's his name, and Sasuke told Naruto that his name is Sasuke Uchiha. Naruto recognized Sasuke as the boy that he had saved, as he would ask Sasuke if he wants to join him, if he wants to destroy the leaf. Because Naruto does know his past. He knows about Itachi and things of the sort, so he's really just trying to see if, well, Sasuke wants to join him and attack the Leaf Village. Since it was somebody of his own clan who killed the Uchiha clan. Basically, Sasuke was distraught. He didn't know what to say as Naruto asked him to join him, as he would ask why he would want to in the first place, as Naruto would explain. Do you really think that Itachi Uchiha, one of the greatest ninja in existence that ever served this country, do you really think that he would just kill the Uchiha clan for no reason? He had to have been ordered. There's no other reason why he would do it. Don't you think so? Maybe I'm a bit wrong to assume this, but the only people who can give orders like that are either the Hokage or the elders. So, what do you say? Join forces with me. I will make you stronger. I will make you be able to take any revenge that you wish. Do you really mean it? Do you think that you'll be able to get me that strong? To defeat somebody like my elder brother? I'm sure of it. But you don't even know half of the story. You don't even know his power. The heartless beast within. I understand that. Heck, I could never even fathom how powerful, nor how cunning, and maybe even how cold-hearted your other brother is. But was there ever a time when your brother was amazing? When your brother was everything to you? Now that I'm thinking about it, ever since that day, well, every single moment before that day, I wanted to impress Itachi. He was the best big brother I could have ever asked for, to be honest. Right. So, tell me why the best big brother you could have ever asked for would ever do something to hurt you, unless he was ordered by the village. You see, in my time, I've hated this village for what they've done to me. They saw me as an abomination, a creature of mass destruction, somebody who killed their families, and they are not right. That is only the beast that lives within me. Naruto would then put his thumb on his stomach. You see, I carry what is known as the Nine Tails. Sasuke would be surprised when Naruto said this, as he would realize that this is the kid who went missing years ago, and this is the kid who many Anbu squads sent out to find. Or many Anbu squads were sent out, to be more specific, to find. Naruto would then walk past Sasuke, as he would pat him on his shoulder. Next time when we meet, that will be when you can make the decision to either join me or to either fall with the rest of them. Sasuke would then watch as 25,000 shadow clones of Naruto's walked right past him, as he would just be so surprised that he would pass out. A few hours would pass, as at this point, the Leaf has been able to get all the civilians away. As, I don't know if all of you guys remember this, but in the anime, it was shown, and in the manga, of course, it was shown that there's this, like, secret, like, Leaf, like, lockdown area where, in the case of any invasion slash war slash anything like that, every civilian, young child, academy student, etc., is taken to this, like, lockdown area. And I think you guys can remember that. It's, like, basically where the Hokage stone faces are, and it's, like, underground. But anyhow, all the ninja have now, secured every civilian and things like that in this lockdown area, as at this point, they have now planned a full counterattack. With people like Hiruzen, Danzo, the Anbu, etc., helping to fend off this Naruto invasion. Everybody who was fighting in this war was just astonished that only one person could do this, as Danzo immediately knew and could sense that this was the Nine Tails' Kyuubi chakra, and knew that he wanted his hands on it, especially if he was already this powerful. So Danzo would run into a massive amount of shadow clones, basically being disguised by them, because, well, if there are swarms of shadow clones, you're not really going to be seen too well, as he had basically broken apart from the main strategy, which was to basically continuously wear down the forces, as he would activate all his Sharingan. You know, he'd use his Sharingan arm to defeat many shadow clones of Naruto's, and I think he would be pretty successful here, but at the same time, like I said before, Danzo just breaking the Shadow Clone, like, the Shadow Clone destruction effort, and by that I mean the strategy that they were going to use to defeat the Shadow Clones, was very foolish of him, but he just wanted to see and wanted to taste some of their true power, if you will, some of Naruto's true power, to be more specific, and Naruto's clones. But Danzo would be defeated, and, in my opinion, will be left in near death, but he's not going to die here. At this point, Hiruzen would have to step in, as it was now just about 4 on, well, like, 20,000 Shadow Clone, like, attack. And, I'm kind of sorry if I keep mentioning these Shadow Clones, but I feel that they're just, you know, playing a big part in this episode slash part slash segment, whatever you want to call it. But with that being said, eventually I do see them breaking. I don't see these 4 ninja, even though they're very skilled, like Hiruzen, you know, Asuma, Kakashi, Guy, I do not see them holding up long enough to defeat all of these clones, as the village was done for. Naruto would snap as all the clones would stop, and he would walk in front of them all. Naruto was now face-to-face with Hiruzen, and basically all the high-ranking ninja, like Asuma, Guy, etc., etc. Naruto would then speak. I'm Naruto Uzumaki. Many of you may know me already. Many of you may already know my exploits in the Cloud Village. That place is my home. I wouldn't trade it for anything. The people there, so kind-hearted, so warm. Have you ever heard the term? A child that is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. A child that is not embraced by its village will burn it down to feel its warmth, you say? Hiruzen would ask, as Naruto would basically explain. Their words, as you may know, words can pierce even deeper than the strongest blade. They can rip everything away. They can destroy you. And that's that. But let me ask you this. If you were called an abomination, a monster, a being of destruction, and things alike, would you not go down the path that I had? Maybe I'm soft. Maybe I just don't like being called names. Maybe what the villagers did was, well, just how it should be. But I'm sorry. I need my revenge. It's the only thing that's kept me going. But now that I have friends, a family which I can call my own, I think I won't destroy everybody here. I will make them my own. I will make them my family. What? What do you mean by that? How outrageous are your beliefs? Haruzen would ask. How outrageous? Well, you see, the Cloud Village is powerful. Now that they have 3 Jinchurikis and you have none, you are a pretty weak village. Maybe the 2nd weakest, if you count the stone. Now that I'm thinking to myself, I wonder what a family of millions, hundreds of thousands could be like. And that's what I'll create. You still haven't explained yet, Naruto. Oh yeah, of course. Here, I'll paint the picture for you if you really want me to. The Cloud will take over the Leaf's land, by my command, of course. After that, we will be triumphant with victory. And not only that, but we will create a village where anyone can call it home. We will create a place filled with the abnormal, filled with people who are hated, and we will make them loved. Nobody will be discriminated in my village. The village of benevolence. Haruzen would go wide-eyed at this claim, as even Guy, Asuma, and Kakashi would lift an eyebrow at this claim. You see, the way that the villages, or to be more specific, the way that the villagers treated me was so malevolent, so rude, mean, any word really. But I cannot do the same. I cannot regurgitate or reciprocate what they have done to me and do it to them tenfold. Because if I were to do that, I would be just as low as you and any other person in this village. You know, when I was very young, my dream was to become a Hokage. But when you're called names like abomination every day, you start to think, why not create your own village? I've been thinking this for a long time, and I haven't really brought it up to anybody, except for you. I think that's what I'll do. I will create my own village. The Leaf Village will be a mere shell of its former existence. Yes, the Leaf Village will survive, don't get me wrong. But I will make you know this. Though the Leaf Village will still be around, it will be surrounded by the Cloud and Village of Benevolence, its forces. Or to be more specific, at that point, it would just be commonly referred to as benevolence. Now, what do you think I should do? Should I put up a Kage monument or something like that? Maybe something to honor former Hokage who once walked upon the soil of my benevolent village? No, Haruzen would say. You shouldn't do that. You should take my life and you should stop all of this violence. Take your life, stop all of this violence? Have you gone mad, old man? I know you're pretty old at this point, but you don't have to spew such things. I must tell you this, though. I no longer need to kill you. Why kill a Hokage? It would just be an even more, I guess you could say, even more of an asset to my village. You know that boy? What boy? That boy. His name's Sasuke Uchiha. Yes, he's one of the only living Uchiha alive, if you count Itachi. And that's about it. Yes. I have a theory about his older brother. That man down there, Danzo. I feel as if he ordered Itachi to do it. He ordered Itachi to pick up his sword and kill every member of the Uchiha clan. Of course, I'm no genius, but that's my theory. You see, it would only make sense if that was the case. I thought about it for a really long time, especially after talking to him. You see, it would only make sense. After talking to Sasuke, my theory was only confirmed even more. If Itachi loved his brother to death, well, then it would make sense that he didn't kill him. But it also wouldn't make sense why he'd want to hurt Sasuke's feelings. Unless the thing that he loved almost equally as much, the Leaf Village, ordered him. I thought of this so very much that I lost some sleep. And maybe it's that talking, but I think that you ordered Itachi Uchiha to kill them all. And Itachi only agreed if his younger brother was spared, the person who meant everything to him. And now, Sasuke Uchiha wants to kill Itachi, wants to avenge his clan. Now tell me, what would happen if Sasuke knew the truth? What would happen? Yes, Hiruzen, that is what I asked. Nothing really. Okay. 4 years ago, if I asked you in this current form or in this current age, what would happen if a 8-year-old me left the village? Would you say nothing? What would you say? Well, knowing this now, I would say that an unstoppable threat would emerge. A threat strong enough to defeat me. Maybe it's my old age that's messing with my body, but you are powerful, no doubt. And your strategy? Hundreds of thousands of shadow clones? Tens of thousands? Dozens of thousands? Not hundreds of thousands. If you could sense chakra good enough, you'd know that there are only currently 80,000. Your ninja are strong in this village, and they'll be even stronger under my command. Damn you. Damn me. Well, you said that I'd become an unstoppable threat. Well, that's what Sasuke will become. Trust me. When he figures out what you did, he will be furious. Now, I need to know something. You see, I'm pretty good at genjutsu. I have a bit of a knack for it, if you will. And when combining it with my QB chakra, I can create powerful genjutsus. We've actually seen Naruto and Boruto be able to do this, using it on somebody who's at least high Kage level, known as Shin Uchiha. And so, his genjutsus are pretty strong. Anyhow, I'll get back to the story. Now, I'm going to enter your mind. I'm going to figure out everything that has happened. Though, this technique does waste a lot of my chakra. So, we'll see. Ultimate Genjutsu. Mind read. Naruto would then stare deeply into Hiruzen's eyes, similar to a technique of the Sharingan, as he would see everything. Everything from Hiruzen's talks with Itachi, the deals that they made, and everything from the order given. But the order was not given by Hiruzen. It was given by Danzo. So, Naruto wanted to figure a little bit more out about this Danzo character who his clones had spared. Naruto would then decide that he can't just let all of them, maybe escape or anything like that, so he would create a shadow clone to watch them and basically continue to talk to them, I guess you could say. Comfort them even. Naruto was a bit of a benevolent opponent, no pun intended. Naruto would then start talking to Danzo, as Danzo would ask Naruto if he wants to join the Anbu, and Naruto would decline. Naruto would then make his clones clear out for him so that he could just see Danzo, as he would use the same technique. Naruto now knew everything. Everything was revealed to Naruto, as he was even able to figure out that Danzo had Sharingan in his possession, and many of them. That Danzo was a maniacal, I guess you could say maniacal bastard, in a way. And he had found out everything. Naruto smirked as he felt sweat accumulating on his forehead and would wipe it as he fell on his knees. Damn it. I should have remembered the chakra expense. Well, I'll remember that the next time. Now, my mind, my head, it hurts. You see, with the Genjutsu so powerful that Naruto had developed, you would think that there would be some side effects, and the side effects are as given. Of course, the chakra expense side effect, but not only that, but he gets migraines and headaches constantly for about an hour. So, it's a big cost in a way, but if, for example, somebody with a chakra amount like Sasuke did this, he'd only be able to use a technique like this probably once a year, as it is so, draining and things of the sort. Similar to a Koto Natsukami like Genjutsu, where instead of being able to control any person, you can read any person, if that makes sense. But with that being said, Naruto would then return to basically the plateau he was on with Guy, Kakashi, Asuma, Hiruzen, etc. in his clone. As he would make his clone go defeat some ninja, as he would then tell them that they can now go. He will make Sasuke into a weapon, but not necessarily a weapon to be used. All he wants to do is let Sasuke avenge his clan. He wants Sasuke to do whatever he must. He wants Sasuke to be able to accomplish his dreams. Because he knows that Sasuke has something within him that not all people do. A will like no other. A drive like no other. He strived to be an avenger. That says something, don't you think? Now, Hiruzen, just in case my own Kage and my older brother, A, comes, I don't want him having too much trouble with you. Must admit, you are still the strongest Kage. Now, Naruto would then unsheath his katana, as, well, that's the sword that he carries since, well, it's the standard sword that we see in the Cloud Village, as he would then stab Hiruzen right near his heart, but not, within it. So, of course, he's not going to kill Hiruzen right now, because he already said that he didn't want to do that, at least not right now. But he's making it so that if Hiruzen would move, basically, in any way that could make the blade move, then Hiruzen would die. But if Hiruzen were to pull out the blade, then it would pop a vital organ or an artery, which would also cause Hiruzen to die from bleeding out. And basically, this just made Hiruzen not really be able to do anything, as Naruto would tell Hiruzen that if he can find any great medical ninja, doesn't matter if they're a Chunin or a Jonin, then, well, they can fix it. But if not, and he gets into any sort of conflict, he will die. I guess you could say, luck will be the decider of your fate. Naruto would then rush to find Sasuke, as he would make his clones leave the village and let the village think that Naruto's, I guess you could say, attack was off. And Naruto himself would actually tell the third Hokage that he's, gonna not attack the Leaf Village anymore. Kind of bluffing, of course. He's kind of lying here, too. He's completely lying here, as he has no intention of not attacking the Leaf Village. If he thought he wasn't actually, well, he is. But with that being said, he would grab Sasuke and basically tell his clones to leave, as his clones would return back to the Cloud Village, just, waiting there, as Naruto would take Sasuke far out and far beyond the Leaf Village to a more remote forest, as he would light a fire, grab some meat. The meat specifically would be some bear meat. I'm not too sure on the creatures in the Naruto universe. I know there are, like, boars. I know there are, elephants, I believe. There's cats and dogs, of course. But Naruto's not going to eat a cat and dog. I don't know why I would make him do that. But with that being said, Naruto is going to be eating some bear meat. Anyhow, Naruto would then eat this bear meat as he would wake Sasuke up. Sasuke would then wake up looking around as he would see Naruto. Naruto would smile. Sasuke, you finally awoke. Now, let's talk, shall we? And with that being said, this has been What If Naruto Went Rogue Part 4. If you guys all enjoyed today's episode / part. And with that being said, make sure to like, share the video to a friend, like videos, just anime content in general. Subscribe to my second channel down below, where I also post what ifs and discussion videos. And yeah, Rami X. Oh.